Bon Jovi was shooting a music video, and while shooting, noticed a woman that was on the verge of jumping and ending her life, and decided to intervene and ended up saving a woman's life. This is a very powerful story. This is the video. I'm not sure if can we play this? It's kind of dark. No?
Yeah. It's just people hanging out.
It's just people hanging out. Go ahead and play it. So this is Bon Jovi. You guys don't know Bon Jovi, musical icon. And he saw a woman and approached her and was able to talk to her. This is sped up, so this is chopped up. This is like over the course of about 5 minutes talking to her and ended up helping save this woman's life. Gave her a hug. I want you to pull this back, and I want you to watch his posture and watch his body language. Okay, yeah. So look at how he approaches this situation. So when someone's in distress, like look, and like boom, that right there, stop.
Just mirrored.
Like that is the temperament you need to have when someone's going through a crisis. Hey, like I'm safe. You know, we're not gonna make this. We're not gonna shame you right now. We're not gonna make this thing worse than it already is. We're not going to attempt to ridicule you or give you more unwanted attention in a way that is making you the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because you already feel like the bad guy. You feel like such a bad guy that you're willing to throw it all away. And you approach in a very casual manner and is able to literally help save this woman's life.
Hey,
you know what I mean? Is there any backstory to this that you were able to dig up? I think the beautiful part about this, and I don't know where Bon Jovi is with Jesus. I don't know what his faith is, but I think there is the reality that people who may or may not know God can still exhibit attributes that reflect a Christian worldview, attributes that will be the hands and feet of Jesus without knowing Jesus themselves. And again, I don't know where Bon Jovi is, so I don't want to judge him in that sense. But I think this is a demonstration of our posture as ministers of reconciliation, that God reconciled the world onto us and then called us to be ministers of reconciliation. This is the full video.
so here's the backstory.
Okay, what do we got?
Bon Jovi saves a woman from jumping in Tennessee, Nashville, my future home of the Blessed God headquarters. Bon Jovi was seen approaching a 62-year-old woman on the bridge. The musician leaned over the railing before hoisting the woman to safety and embracing her. It takes all of us to help keep each other safe, the Nashville PD said. Shout out to Bon Jovi and his team for John Bon Jovi, and his team for helping a woman in Nashville. Bon Jovi helped persuade her to come off the ledge. So this is the full surveillance, I guess. And they were shooting a music video, to which I would say, I like the low budget guerrilla filmmaking.
Yeah, my man's just got like a steady cam.
Yeah, I thought this is like what we do at the pier.
Yeah.
You know, this is just us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead.
So then they stop their filming, and he kind of notices like, oh man, he's here, there. And
Props to those guys for staying away.
Yeah. Like we don't need to pull up with
that would have
weird
been
equipment.
awkward. Yeah,
Like
you just pull up with a whole camera crew.
entourage. Yeah, seriously.
He's so relaxed.
Yeah, just chill.
You know, he's so relaxed and just like smooth. Yeah.
What's Bon Jovi known for? I mean, like what songs?
Bangers
which
from
songs?
the 80s. I don't remember the songs, but we've all heard Bon Jovi records.
Yeah. So they pull her, gives her a hug. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then she kind of walks away with the po-po. Or with Bon Jovi, actually.
Yeah.
That's sweet. He's like, let me walk you to your car.
You know, they've done a study of people who survived the Golden Gate Bridge. And everyone who survived the Golden Gate Bridge said the moment they jumped, they regretted it. Every single person.
Every single person that survived that could tell the story. Crazy.
The moment. And so this is something that is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It is never worth it, never necessary. And it's sad to see it proliferating in other parts, like Canada's whole thing. You know what I mean? You showed me that John Deloney video where the lady called in and was thinking about utilizing that. And as someone who, there was a guy in our life group. I don't think I've ever shared this publicly. There's a guy in our life group who we were friends with. He served with me on the media team when I was on staff at my church. And there would be times where like he wouldn't show up to functions and only his wife would show up. And we didn't really know how bad it was, but he ended up driving to the Coronado Bridge and tragically taking his own life. And let me tell you, like, there's like as being near someone and close to someone, like a family that's gone through that, it's never worth it. Like whatever you're going through, whatever you're feeling, whatever the situation is, it's never, ever, ever, ever worth it. And so I wish there was somebody there like Bon Jovi for my buddy. Wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That could have been there and helped and calmed him down. And the sad part is a lot of times you don't really know what people are going through until it's too late. You don't really know how much of the darkness that they're in until it's too late. And so my advice to all of us would be, one, if you're going through it, share it with someone. This is why church community is so great. This is why being around people. Listen, we can't always choose our family, but we could choose our friends. You could choose the people around. And two, check on your friends. Check on your friends. See how they're doing. See what's going on. See what they're going through. Because sometimes people might just need a word of encouragement. I was watching the Abba and Preach video, and it was like the power. I think it was called like the power of love you, bro. And it was just like these like I think they were Samoan cats. We're just calling. This is an experiment. It looked like a Jubilee video. They're experiment. They're just calling random homies and just like, hey man, I know you ain't got no time. Just calling to say love you, bro. And like the reaction of men when they're just reminded that someone loves them is very interesting.
That's
know,
really cool, yeah.
And so I think there's something to just telling your friends you're thinking about them, telling your friends that checking in on your friends, and being willing to encourage them. Like being willing to encourage them, because there's so much hopelessness and there's so many reasons to be nihilistic that when you have words of affirmation, encouragement in your life, people sometimes just dreaming with people. Like you go through life and seldom do people ask you, like, what are you hoping for? What are you dreaming about? What do you want to see happen? Right. And so I think like infusing that, I think gratitude and hope are probably the two best things that can be practiced. Like, what are you hopeful for? What are you grateful for? What are you hopeful for? What are you grateful for? What are you hopeful for?
Yeah.
And I think making a discipline of that in your relationships is super powerful. So anyway, shout out to Bon Jovi, man. He really out here helping people. That's awesome. Props to him.
It's amazing.
Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Comment down below and let me know what you think. And be sure to check out this video that YouTube is recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right? I'll see you over there. Peace.